For the third part of this solo, we are going to place our ring finger on the 15th fret of our B string and our pointer finger on the 12th fret. We're going to pick the B string one time and pull off to the 12th fret. It will sound like this. Then do that once again. Then we're going to pull off from the 14th fret of our G to the 12th fret. So far in part 3 we have this played slow. What we're going to do here in part 3, we're going to repeat what I just did 5 times. So I'm going to do that 5 times in slow. It will sound like this. And after you've done it 5 times like what I just did, then we're going to pull off from the 15th fret to the 12th fret of the B. And then pull off from the 14th fret of the G to the 12th fret of the G. And that's going to make up part 3. So part 3 played all together in slow will sound like this. And to pick up the pace a little bit for part 3, we've got this. Part 3 played in roll speed. For part 4, we're going to take our ring finger and we're going to place it on the 14th fret of our G. Now what I do is I also place my middle finger on the 13th fret of the G and my pointer finger on the 12th fret of the G. I use my pointer finger and my middle finger to help me push my ring finger up. So like I said, the note that we're going to be playing here is the 14th fret of the G. My middle finger and my pointer finger, I only use those to help me push that note up. What we're going to do here for part 4 is we're going to pick the 14th fret of our G. After we pick it, we're going to bend it up a half a step. It will sound like this. And then after that, you're going to do that once again. And then following that, you're going to place your pinky on the 15th fret of your B string. Pick that note one time. So far in part 4, we have this played slow. And then what we're going to do next is, like I said, my ring finger is still on the 14th fret of the G. My pointer finger is on the 12th fret of the G as well. I'm going to pick the G string one time. After I've picked it, I'm going to bend it up a half a step, release it back down, and then pull my ring finger off to the 12th fret of the G. It will sound like this played slow. Once again, it looks like this. So far in part 4 we have this played slow. And after we've done that, then what you're going to do is you're then going to play the 14th fret of your G one time, then play the 12th fret of your G to end part 4. So part 4 played all together in slow will sound like this. Now I'm going to pick up the pace just a little bit for part 4. It will sound like this. And part 4 played in roll speed. For part 5, what we're going to do, your ring finger is going to be here on the 14th fret of your G. What we're going to do is we're going to pick this note and we're going to push it up a half a step and we're going to hold it. It will sound like this. Now once we've got to the top of our bend, like what I have now, I'm holding that note. Once I've bent it up a half a step, I'm then going to pick the G string again and then bring the note back down. So all in all, so far in part 5 we have this played slow. Now after I have brought the note back down, which is what I did, I'm then going to play the 12th fret of the G. Then I'm going to play the 14th fret of the G. Then I'm going to play the 12th fret once again. So far in part 5 we have this played slow. Okay? And now what we're going to do is what I just did there, we're going to do that 3 times to make up part 5. So I'm going to repeat what I just did 3 times to make up part 5. It played slow will sound like this. And the last time we played this 12th fret of the G, you're going to play it with the vibrato. That's the only thing that you're going to change there. So, to play all of part 5, slow, it will sound like this. To pick up the pace a little bit for part 5, we've got this. And part 5 played at in-roll speed. Now here's parts 1 through 5 of our solo, what we've went over so far, in-roll speed. For part 6 of the solo, what we're going to do first is we're going to rest our fingers on these strings, drag our pick in a down and then an upward motion. And then following that, you're going to place your ring finger on the 15th fret of your B string. What we're going to do is we're going to pick that note, and then after we pick it, we're going to bend it up 2 full steps, continue to press down firmly and bring the note back down to its original note. So it's going to sound like this, played slow. And then after we've done that, you're going to leave your ring finger right there on the 15th fret of your B. Then place your pointer finger on the 12th fret of your high E string. What we're going to do next is you're going to pick the 15th fret of your B first. Then pick the 12th fret of your high E string. So far in part 6 we have this played slow. Then next what we're going to do is we're going to once again pick the 15th fret of our B string, and this time after we pick it we're going to bend it up a full step. And once we have it bent up, then we're going to play a vibrato at the top of our bend. So it's going to sound like this, played slow. So far all together in part 6 we have this. And then following that, what we're going to do is currently my ring finger's on the 15th fret of the B, my pointer finger's on the 12th fret of the high E string. I take my middle finger and place it on the 14th fret of the B just to help me push my ring finger up. What we're going to do next is this. Coming from a downward motion, I'm going to pick my bottom 2 strings in an upward motion. I'm going to pick my high E string and my B string. After I pick those 2 notes, I'm going to bend the 15th fret of my B up a full step, so it's going to sound like this. Then I'm going to do that once again. So far, all together in part 6, we have this. And then following that, what we're going to do is we're going to place our ring finger on the 15th fret of our high E string. Place your middle finger on the 14th fret and your pointer finger on the 13th fret. Use those 2 fingers to help you push your ring finger up. We're going to pick the 15th fret of our high E and bend it up a full step. And that's going to end part 6. So part 6 played all together in slow will sound like this. Now part 6 played in-roll speed. So that's part 6.